Show, what's going on? You're like walking a crowd. What happened? Where is he? Come on, young man. Come step up. I guess we're going to swap places here. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you? Come and sit down. Make yourself comfortable. It's very hot in here, so make yourself comfortable. All right, all right. As we do a very, very smooth transition, I did tell you that the Conduit Show today was going to be very crowded. And I need to get your headset. So you know what? You take this one so you can hear yourself. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can just do... Let me see, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this so I can... Nope, that's not the one I need. All right, we need to just move things over just a little bit. All right, let me do this, and I'm not sure why this is not working. I'll have to wait for Peter to come back in the room. But if you're logged in to the chat room right now and wondering who is this young man who's sitting next to Sheron P, it's my featured guest in the 8 o'clock hour, DeyAnsa.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty good. Thank
you want to bring that mic down?
Sure.
I want to tell you that this is interactive radio.
Okay.
This is the way to go because you have the guests who are logged into the chat room.
Okay.
They can see you from this camera here. So this is you on mic. Give them a smile.
Yeah.
This is DeyAnsa. He's actually my guest this afternoon. And I was the one that got it wrong because I posted on Facebook DeyAnswer.
Yeah.
And my apologies because
no,
that's
no
not
problem.
you.
No,
that's not you. Your name is DeyAnsa. Say it again for them, please.
DeyAnsa.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very, very good.
You're doing very good. Thank you very much for agreeing to be a guest on the Conduit Show
Sure,
today.
no problem.
All right. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been quite a long time.
I want to tell the Conduit listeners that I met DeyAnsa at an event in the Bronx. It was actually the wake for Wayne Slangtang Smith. Yeah. And I guess he was just one of the artists who was performing as a tribute to Wayne. Yeah. And there was something about his performance and his delivery that struck me. And I gave him my card. He must have thought, who is this mad woman? And why is she giving me her card? I don't know if she knows I may have my woman. Anyway, I explained that, I have an internet radio show. Yeah. And then I didn't hear from you for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
You lost the card, right?
No, not I still have the card. Actually, I was kind of busy, but I gave my manager the information.
And Mr. Alpayne, I want to say thank you very much for ensuring that this actually happened. It's been a while coming, but as my grandmother says, nothing happened before the time.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, DeyAnsa, what should we do? Just play one of your tracks first of all so people can understand what it was that caught my attention about you.
Sure.
All right?
Sure,
okay, because you don't look like a singer. But looks are deceiving,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me pull up the track. All right. I should have done this, but because I just came out of the conversation with Sophia Brown, you have to bear with me. All right. Bear with me while I find the music that I need to look for. I think what I need to do is just draw for something in the meantime. And you know how we start the Conduit Show, BWB. I'm going to bring another track from them while I pull up DeyAnsa's music. Because you all know I'm technologically challenged, right? So it takes me a while to do stuff. So talk amongst yourselves if you want to, while I just get things up and running. And we're going to just give you a little snippet of this. So enjoy. Okay, so that wasn't too long, was it, people? Are you guys still logged into the chat room? Can you hear me? Because I'm not hearing myself in these headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay, I'm probably shouting and screaming, right? I'm not really a virago, honestly. Anyway, we found the music from DeyAnsa, and take a listen, people, and then you'll understand what it was that piqued me about this young man and why I was drawn to him. Anyway, this is DeyAnsa, and this is him singing Where Do We Go From Here?
Tell me, where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Tell me, where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. War and destruction to that they dedicate. Global domination, no that stir debate. And who they can't control, they will annihilate. Seems there's no hope for the human race. All I see here is frustration and rage. It's hard to live your life with one foot in the grave. Some of us are worthy, but others are brave. But who will survive to tell the tale? Tell the tale. Where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Tell me, where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Some said it's a blessing, to others a curse. Time after time we've been through the worst. Some of us been killed while others been hurt. The innocent blood not stop wash the earth. Desperation for freedom, a constant outburst. Some seek salvation while others divert. In everything you do, you got to put the Father first. Our desolation now go stop, take the earth, take the earth. Where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Tell me, where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. War and destruction to that they dedicate. Global domination, no that's their debate. And who they can't control, they will annihilate. Seems there's no hope for the human race. All I see here is frustration and rage. It's hard to live your life with one foot in the grave. Some of us are worthy, but others are brave. But who will survive to tell the tale? Tell the tale. Where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Tell me, where do we go from here? Through all the struggle and the pain, only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Tell me, where do we go? Where do we? Where do we go? Where do we?
All right, DeyAnsa. I want someone in the chat room to just acknowledge that you heard the music, because the monitors seem to have been knocked out for a second, and I'm not sure, and I'm getting a lot of squeaking. But if any one of you in the chat room who's logged in and can see my guest in studio, he goes by the name of DeyAnsa, and that was a track from him, Where Do We Go From Here? Yeah. DeyAnsa, do you write your own music?
Yes, I do.
I want you to talk into the mic so that everyone can hear what you're saying.
Well, yeah, I write all my music. You know, I'm inspired by everyday life. You know, you know, things that I see around music. So, you know, God, you know, so my music is basically all positive and uplifting, you know.
So what was the, whoa, I'm squeaking like crazy here. What was the inspiration behind Where Do We Go From Here? Was there a specific incident or just generally?
Well, it's basically a general thing because we all go through life, you know, we all go through the struggle, basically, you know, third world country, even in, you know, America and other countries around the world. We all face some kind of suffering. So, you know, when the burdens of life really get down on you, you have to really look and ask God, you know, like, you know, what's the next step for me? You know, will this be it for me? So, you know, that was basically the inspiration for that song.
Right. Now, you, like the previous guest, Sophia Brown, have been in the industry for a long time, although you don't look as though you've been in the industry a long time. How hard has that struggle been to get your art out there and for it to be appreciated and also to get some recompense for your hard work?
I'm telling you, it's very difficult, especially doing reggae music. You know, I don't think reggae gets the credit that it deserves. You know, around, especially here in the United States. Yeah, it's very rough, and there's a lot of talented artists around, but you know, if you keep holding on to your dreams, I'm sure somewhere down the road, some light will shine. So yeah, I just keep pushing on, doing what I have to do. Sometime I do a charity concert, or if I'll get paid sometime as well. So as long as the message gets out there to the people, I'm good.
Right. Where have you actually performed? Because I see that you've had quite a few gigs, as we call them.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the last live performance that you did, and where was it?
The last performance was in Enrique's at it's in Long Island there.
And that's a very popular restaurant, Caribbean.
Yeah, it's so we did a show there, which was good. It was live music, it was we got a good reception, so which was good, and we're actually going back there in July to perform.
Wow.
And I actually have a next show coming up in Amazura, so things is.
Oh, please don't mention that name to me right now. Amazura is not in my good books right now. When are you going to be at Amazura?
It's going to be August 16th. I'm going to be there.
Okay. So Mr. Alpayne, manager, is. I'm telling you, these managers are on the ball because he's handing me a flyer right away. Stars in Action, and I'm going to call the promoter and tell him that he has to do some advertising with me, right? Stars in Action, taking place on Saturday, August the 16th, folks. And on the bill, Turbulence, Lady Saw, Bigaton, Culture Wise, Nada Ranks, and this man who's right next to me, DeyAnsa, is going to be on the bill. So if you heard that track, Where Do We Go From Here? And wait, we haven't even played the big tune, in my opinion. Is that the song that you did at that tribute?
Yes.
That's and I just fell in love with the song and your delivery.
Yeah,
I want to say that you're a very unassuming person. That you're not flamboyant.
Yeah, I understand it.
But you let your voice.
Definitely.
And your
make it speak for itself.
Speak for you.
Exactly.
Where are you from, DeyAnsa?
I'm from Jamaica, Clarendon, Jamaica.
Right. So you eat all that yaman. You like that ground provision,
definitely,
right?
keep the body strong, the voice strong.
Right. So how did you get into, or when did your, I don't want to say love affair with singing start?
Well, ever since I know myself, actually before I used to do DJs, I guess I'm influenced by the things around me. So you picked up things as kids. So I used to DJ before, and then when I came to the United States, then I always sing, but never professionally,
Seriously? So what made you? How did you make the transition from the DJing to the singing? Well, and what time frame are we talking about? When did you come to the USA?
I came here back in '87.
Right. Yeah, so that was the time when the DJs were just running
exactly.
the place.
Back in that time. Yeah. So I was in it. I was clashing and sounds, all kind of stuff.
Wow.
But then the DJ didn't give me that motivation that I wanted.
Right.
So I wanted to sing. I was more in tune with melodies than just the raw.
And also, the DJing has a different vibe completely to singing.
Exactly.
The DJ thing is kind of more aggressive.
Exactly.
And your songs are culture positive.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I understand why you would have made that transition. Yeah. Who are some of the artists that have inspired you throughout your career?
Well, to be truthful, I haven't listened to music. I don't know much artists out there. I mean, I hear music, but I haven't been a listener to music.
And why do you think that is, DeyAnsa?
I really don't know, but I never really, drawn. I mean, I hear a lot of good, artists out there, a lot of good music, that I hear, but being like a dedicated listener to one particular artist, I never did that.
So then does the next question that I want to ask you then, I guess it may be redundant.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, is there any particular artist that you would like to work on in a collaboration to produce some music, or are you strictly a solo artist?
Not really. I mean, I'm willing to share the love. I mean, as long as it's in the direction where I'm going. I don't want anything to change, what I'm doing, because I love positive. I love life. I love people, togetherness. That's the type of stuff that I'm into. So I want to just go down that path. Like, if we're going to do something and it's positive, we could work together.
Right.
So,
now, you're a Brooklyn-based
artist. I'm in Brooklyn now.
Right. How do you see your music changing the environment, and how would you do that? How would you bring about that change?
I'm very confident in what I do, so I know, and I'm sure and certain of myself what I can deliver, to the people, because what I do is not just off the head. I mean, I put a lot of thoughts into it. I put a lot of research into it. I put a lot of studies into it. So I try to perfect it where people could hear and said, okay, yeah, that happened to me before. So, that way they could say, you know what, maybe I could change from what I'm doing, listening this thing, just to motivate people, So, I'm very confident in doing my music, and I think it could, make a huge impact given the platform and just the chance,
Wow. I mean, we've had two wonderful guests. Sophia Brown was coming with the same positive message, and I don't want to keep reflecting back to a previous artist, but it's as though there is some universal message.
Definitely.
When you want to do the craft, when you want to do the work, you have to be prepared to put your all into it and bring the best work that is within you. And that's really the key. It's not something that you're just going to pick up today and say, let me make a tune.
Yeah, exactly.
And just dash it off just like that.
It doesn't work like that. I mean, there's a lot of artists who does that, who think, oh, yeah, I'm writing, it's limericks, so I could put words together and it sounds good and that's it. And then the music have no meaning to it. It have no substance. So that's not what I want. I want it to be connected with the audience, I want the music to connect the audience, to connect to me, you know what I mean? So I could deliver, better and better music to, the public. So
it's much like the Conduit Show.
Exactly, the pathway. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm talking with my special featured guest this afternoon. He goes by the name of DeyAnsa, and you heard one track from him. I'm about to drop something else from him. It's now 8:28. We have another guest who's coming in at 8:30. She's going to be calling in, and I hope she's late because DeyAnsa. No, I don't want you to go just yet. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play "Holding On to Life." Right?
Yeah.
Let's give this track a spin. And the Conduit listeners are very quiet at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not seeing them in the chat room, but you're listening to DeyAnsa. Take a listen, guys.
I tried so many times and I failed in life, still I'm holding on to life. Tried so many times